Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to use old data from years ago to help you generate new routine maintenance work, tree trimming, TGRs, herbicide. We're going to start by setting an active tree list, and before we do that we want to make sure that we select the right data template up here in the center of the screen. Always start with tree trimming. The reason we're going to do that is because most of your work happens to be tree trimming, and the data template actually sets the type of columns that you're going to deal with. And if you have the data template set in, let's just say, herbicide or TGR, for example, it's not going to show the columns that you're going to want to see on your remote app. So start with tree trimming, and then what we're going to do is we're going to search by the Lady substation. Type in Lady on the search bar, hit enter. We've got 15 entries. Now we're going to turn this into our active tree list. Now this is something that you would want to do in the office or perhaps first thing in the morning. Make sure that you have the correct active tree list before you go out and start planting. So we've created our active tree list. We can close the menu, move over to the remote app, and download a new active tree list. Now if you've already done this and you did it on Monday, let's say you're coming back Tuesday or Wednesday to continue planning, go to add edit inventory. You don't want to download a new ATL every time. So we'll download the new ATL we just created, hit OK. Now we have all of our Lady substation areas on the map across 2 pages. So this is 1 through 10, and this will be 11 through 15 right here. Okay, so in this example, we're going to suppose that it is, let's just say 2022, and we're coming back through on a 3-year cycle. The work that we had out here, for example, this TGR was completed in 2019, and now we're coming back 3 years later in 2022, and we see that this sugar maple needs to be retreated. So in this case, it was 18 inches back in 2019, and we'll hit the retreat button. Now it's grown just a little bit, not too much. It's 18.1 inches. We're going to calculate and save this. Now that tree has become an untreated tree, and so when we filter by untreated trees in our custom search, it will show up for us. Looks like we have another tree that had been treated at the time. This is a walnut. The walnut, the customer is just probably going to let us remove it, so we're not going to treat this. So because we're not going to treat it, I'm not going to retreat it. I'm just going to hit close. So clicking on the next button at this property, this is the work that was completed back in 2019. So this was address 8576 Road 95, and in 2019 we did 2 trims, 3 removals, and 1.6 units of brush. Now since we're going to be coming back to this property for some maintenance in 2022, we're going to clear out our trims, removals, and brush. Now the walnut tree that I mentioned, the customer is going to let us remove that. And then we have one other trim that we need to do at the property. We need to adjust the first contact date. So now we're dealing with 2022. It's March, and it's the 25th of March 2022. We left a door hanger with the property owner, and we talk to them in person on the same day. So we have, again, verbal approval, and we're going to move the work status from approved to pending. This is important. The reason that is important is because when you deliver this work to the tree crews, you're going to be sorting all of your work in this area by pending, which will filter out all the prior work that you don't want to issue that's already been completed. Because we're going to have multiple records that will still exist in the system. You only want to share just the pending work. so you can filter it and create an active tree list to issue to the tree crew. So in this case, again, work status is pending, meaning that it's been planned. We have verbal approval from the property owner. And the crew comments is it's a time and material walnut removal, for example. And I think that walnut removal is probably going to be 3 hours to remove. And I'm putting that in my forester notes because I want to be able to refer back to that when the foreman calls me to give me his time and material estimate. So we're going to save this, and now we have completed the work at the property. So that's a really good way of using old work from last cycle to help you plan your map for the next cycle. Looking down here, next property, we've got another location. We'll do this again. We had 3 trims at this location, and it says here that we had top 3 dead ash. Okay, well, we no longer have to top any ash. Those are gone. But now we've found a little bit of brush at this location, 3/10 of a unit of brush. And we're going to have to leave them a door hanger. And we left them a door hanger on the 25th of March. And we'll put, door hanger only. And it moves from approved to pending. And then we'll delete that information. And we'll delete the crew comments because that was applicable to the last cycle. And we'll hit save. Okay, so we're showing here that we have 2 properties that we just did that are pending. So we could actually filter by just the pending work that we've already planned. So there's the only 2 trees that we have just changed, which allows us to, again, set an active tree list for generating new work while maintaining the old work that was existing in the system. I hope that helps, and thank you for your time.